Andy Murray makes his return to Melbourne after missing last year's tournament, while Katie Boulter has secured direct entry to a slam for the first time. Here, Press Association's Sport looks at the British hopefuls. MurrayAndy Murray is hoping to banish a difficult 2018 Walton, PA. The former world number 1 hoped his tentative steps in 2018 would pave the way for a full return this season. 12 months after hip surgery, it remains to be seen whether Murray will ever return to peak fitness, and his appearance in Brisbane last week was not particularly encouraging, with the 31-year-old's movement still a major concern. Winning the Australian Open after reaching the final 5 times is top of the list of things Murray wants to achieve in the final years of his career, but taking steps forward remains the current priority, and a kind draw would be a major bonus. Kyle Edmund reached the semi-finals in Australia last year. Stephen Paston, PA. What a difference a year makes. Edmund arrived in Melbourne last January ranked just inside the top 50 and with few people talking about him as a potential challenger for the biggest titles, and left as a Grand Slam semi-finalist. Just as importantly, the 24-year-old followed up that run with a fine season overall, including winning his first ATP Tour title in Antwerp. He must deal with the pressure of defending a huge amount of ranking points, while a knee injury that saw him pull out of this week's tournament in Sydney is a concern. Cameron Norrie continues to rise up the rankings. Ian Rutherford, PA. Another man looking to build on a fine 2018. Norrie's rapid strides carried him into the top 100 little over a year after he turned professional, and this tournament will see the 23-year-old gain direct entry into a 4th successive slam. The fast-learning left-hander still has plenty of room for improvement in his game and will look to push towards the top 50 in 2019. He began the season with impressive wins over Stefanos Tsitsipas and Francis Tiafoe at the Hopman Cup. Johanna Konta has a new coach, John Walton, PA. After the difficulties of last year, 2019 presents new opportunities for Konta. Flashes of her form of 2016 and 2017 were evident last season, but there was far too much inconsistency and a lack of belief in her game. The 27-year-old begins the new term when a new coach, Stan Wawrinka's former mentor Dmitry Zaviolov, after splitting from Michael Joyce. Australian-born Konta has fond memories of Melbourne Park, having reached the semi-finals 3 years ago and the last 8 in 2017. Heather Watson. Great Britain's Heather Watson will not have to go through qualifying for this year's tournament. Stephen Paston, PA. Like Konta, Watson endured a difficult 2018, dropping out of the top 100 over the summer before climbing back in at the end of the season. That means, unlike at the US Open, she will not have to go through qualifying. The 26-year-old has been searching for the right balance on and off the court, and consistency remains a problem. This will be Watson's 8th straight appearance in Melbourne. Her best run was a third-round showing in 2013. Katie Boulter is hoping to impress at the Australian Open. Stephen Paston, PA. While Konta and Watson disappointed, 2018 saw a host of young British women make leaps forward, none more significant than 22-year-old Boulter. Tall with a big serve and forehand, Boulter, from Leicestershire, is hugely ambitious and made the breakthrough into the top 100 in October, having started the season at 199. She won her first Grand Slam match at Wimbledon last summer and will make her slam debut outside of SW19.